Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Racha HaKodash. Double honors to my apostles, great millstone, and peace and salutation to the hopeful members of the elect, the Bacharium of the house of David, that has been preordained, predestined to get delivered in these lasting times and to be the ruling, governing body of the nation of Yasha'Al. So I want to get into a lesson, get a couple videos, and hit some scriptures. All right. But going to a lesson on the spirit of America is dying. The spirit of America is dying. It's getting more bugged out, more freakier, and just stranger, deranged. The love of many is waxing cold. People are getting more violent. So that's what I want to go into today. All right. The first one I got is this video. It says Bud, meaning Budweiser, went woke. So we should make sure they go broke, by Hegseth. All right. And you're going to see that Budweiser, it says right here, Pete Hegseth highlights Budweiser's apparent backtrack on their woke campaign after major backlash from consumers on Jesse Watters primetime, right? Because they put the face of a transformer on this beer, which is like an American beer, by the way, which goes to show you that the spirit of America is dying, okay? Because you're going to see in this video, all right? But, Budweiser, when you look at that, that's like a typical American beer, That's your typical, a lot of Edomites like that beer, Got the American flag, gun-toting, yeehaw type of Americans, you know what I'm saying? Jake sometimes, Jake be drinking that sometimes too. But either way, the point is that's like an American beer. And you're going to see in this video the backlash. People just, having an outrage because they put a transformer, and they were right. They're in their right mind. All right. I'll give them that. They're in their right mind. Okay. But putting this transformer on this beer, you're going to see. All right. And this is to show you that America is just an abominable nation. It's an abomination. All right. An abomination nation. Okay. And when they say in God we trust, what God are they talking about? The God of Satan. All right. Satan is their God. You see?
Watters Primetime, I'm Pete Hegseth. Now, if you make a mess, you can't expect someone else to clean it up for you.
Coldest coffee. What the hell was that? I'm terribly sorry. Clean that up! Oh, sure, of course. Could you hold this just a second? Here you go. Don't worry about a thing. It's gonna be fine. Here we go.
Gonna be fine. And Bud Light made a giant mess on aisle 9 when they tried to make this the face of their cans.
This month, I celebrated my Day 365 of womanhood, and Bud Light sent me possibly the best gift ever, a can with my face on it. Check out my Instagram story to see how you can enjoy March Madness with Bud Light and maybe win some money.
All right, we're going to skip this, motherfucker, man. Salakia. Yeah, we're going to skip that. I can't even. But that's an abomination. All right? Hopefully I don't get a hate speech act. Even though it's not hate, that's just the truth. That's an abomination. All right? These transformers, that's really a demon. Really, you're a psychopath. You're mentally ill. You have a demon on you. A man that wants to be a woman and vice versa, that's a real demon. You weren't born that way. And if you were, hey, that's just judgment. And really, that's a demon. You know what I'm saying? That's a demon. All right, to go that far. This is Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. For all who do so are abomination unto the Lord thy God, Yahweh Bashemashah. You see? Point blank, period. And this just shows you that this is the spirit of America. They want to push their democracy everywhere. All right? And you actually see that. You actually see some nations that's just big on the LG, or the Alphabet Gang. All right, homosexuality. Actually, the biggest gay parade is in Israel, the nation of Israel. All right, which the Amalekites, gutter rats, control that. Okay, so let's continue.
Budweiser, Anheuser-Busch executive, knew about the trans can, which actually makes it worse. Because that means junior employees had no doubt that Bud's woke corporate culture would, of course, support celebrating 365 days of a man pretending to be a girl. So today, Budweiser put out an ad with a spliced up compilation of a bunch of Clydesdales. The old school Budweiser commercial. B-roll from the cutting room floor, when patriotism used to be their bread and butter.
Right. Yeah. They try to save face.
Budweiser's still an American company, but they went woke, and now we should make sure they go broke. And it might be too late for a half-baked apology, if that's even what you can call it, because their customers are leaving in droves. You broke my heart. Your phrase, tearing us apart, falling downhill like a snowball headed for hell. So bye-bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee.
Right, bye-bye, Miss American Pie. So this goes to show you that the spirit of America is dying, because again, Bud Light, that's like, when you look at that, that's like the American beer. Okay, that is an American beer, but that's like the face of American beer. When you think of America, you think of sports like football. All right, Bud Light, guns. All right, because how Americans love their guns out here. You see, different things like that, and now the people are outraged, and for good reasons. But that goes to show you that the spirit of America is dying gradually. Okay. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 3, I'll start at verse 1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up. And this place is being broken down. All right. This chapter goes into like a balance of things. A time to die, a time to be born, a time to plant, a time to be plucked up. America had its course, and it was prosperous. All right. One of the biggest reasons why it was so prosperous is because of that's in Wisdom of Solomon. All right, I'm gonna get that. But off the hard sweat and tears of the Israelites. Okay, primarily Judah. Because Judah was, Judah were in captivity over here. Okay, Judah is the head tribe of Israel, and they were in captivity. And on those plantations, they were picking cotton, and cotton is like gold. It was like gold, man. That made America flourish and rich, and other things too. All right, the Gadites showed them how to live on this land. All right, taught them, about different plants, and look what they did to them. Took them over. All right. Also put them in slavery and sent them out on ships. You see, a lot of Gadites some Gadites were actually on plantations because, they some of them, they linked them up with Judah. All right. Because they labeled us, the Gadites and the Negroes, the Native Americans and Negroes, as both Negroes. All right. Elder Malcolm goes into that. So there were some Gadites too on them plantations. All right. But, America is dying. All right. The spirit of America is dying, man. It had its time. It flourished. All right. Then you go into things like the 50s, 40s, things were like 10 cents, the 80s, it was weird. To me, it was really weird. I'm a 97 baby, but when I look at like things in that era, it was just all weird. Men were dressing weird. All right. But it was like a party time, But now everything is dying. Everything is just at its lowest point ever. Music, sports, the people's minds. All right. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, the prophets. All right. And we are standing in great boldness when we go out there and preach and do these lessons, because we make ourselves a target. Like, Elder Malcolm again says in his intro, that's risking their lives and freedom to do so. All right. We're on the red list, so the FEMA kill list, but hey, fuck them. All right. We serve Yahweh Bashim Shah, and Lord willing, I keep that spirit to the end. Okay. And it says, and made no account of his labors. They made no account of our labors, man. Forcing our people in captivity. All right. Pushing our people on reservations, who showed them how to survive in this land. All right. Took our resources, things of that nature, man. So let's go back. Oh, actually, let me go back to Ecclesiastes. All right. I'm going to skip down. Actually, no, I'll go to verse 4. Okay. A time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance. People are mourning these days. A time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together. A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. A time to get and a time to lose. A time to keep and a time to cast away. And these people are casting away this Bud Light, man. They're like, man, hell no. Again, Bud's reputation goes down the drain. Now, let's switch that word with America. America's reputation goes down the drain, and it is. And these other nations see it.
That's a lot of beer or water. This is just the start. Try finding someone at a country concert who will even touch a Bud Light. Bud Light's become so toxic that country star Riley Green just scrubbed the words Bud Light from his hit song, I Wish Grandpa Had Never Died. It's a great song. The crowd didn't mind it when he replaced the name with a competitor.
Cars and trumpets, and the road was named after it, and colors never run out with Coca-Cola's line.
It's a good time to be the silver bullet. Their mountains are shining bright blue, because the iconic blue can of Bud Light has transitioned to bright pink. It's so bad that John Rich is telling his distributors to take it all back.
Bud Light has been the #1 selling beer at my bar, Redneck Riviera, down in Nashville. And over the past 7 or 8 days, our Bud Light sales are non-existent, to the point where we had to call the distributor and say, hey, would you come down and pick up these 118 cases of Bud Light, because nobody's ordering them and they're just going to go bad sitting here. So at the end of the day, if the customers don't want it, I can't stock it.
And if your distributors won't take it back, I hear Kid Rock will blast around into them for you.
Let me say something to all you and be as clear and concise as possible.
That's right.
But don't worry, Bud Light. You may not have country music or flyover country chugging down your watery beer. But hey, at least you have Adam Schiff still drinking, of course, out of a bottle. And we hear the ladies of The View are still big fans.
I'm in off here. All right. I'm going to get another one. Okay. Let's go to this. I posted this up in the group chat. All right. Right. This brother posted it, Okay. It says Walmart plans to have almost 65% of its stores automated by 2026. Lord willing, we're out of this place by then. But it just goes to show you that people are going to lose their jobs. Everything's going to go digital. And that's what this man wants to lead into, his digital system. The money, the currencies, the CBDC. All right, the FedNow is coming in July, which will be a program that will do real-time transactions and payments. All right, and they will know everything. They will have, your money tracked. All right, how you spend it, when. You see, and that's going to lead into the CBDC, and that'll really be tracked. Okay, that'll really be tracked, man. All right. The FedNow will be like your new Cash App, but everything's going to go digital. Okay. And ultimately it'll just lead into the mark of the beast, the chip. Okay. So this is Ecclesiastes chapter 12, I'm going to start verse 4 actually. And the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, the work. And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, right? Early in the morning. That's when people usually go to work. Or like your alarm clock wakes you up. Or the sound of actual birds. And the daughters, and all the daughters of music, it says all, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. And music is low, all right? It's low, man. There's rap, there's R&B, you know, the music of the Northern Kingdom, like the reggaeton, all that is low, man. It's all low, all right? This place is horrible, you see? And then, let me get one more. I can just end it off. Hey, like I said, the love of many is waxing cold.
Shocking video. An NYPD officer assaulted in the Bronx yesterday afternoon, hit in the head with a bottle in the Kingsbridge section. The officer was conducting a smoke shop inspection when the suspect, 45-year-old Jose Garcia, shocking video. An NYPD officer assaulted in the Bronx yesterday afternoon, hit in the head with a bottle in the Kingsbridge section. The officer was conducting a smoke shop inspection when the suspect, 45-year-old Jose Garcia, walked up behind her and hit her in the back of the head with the bottle. He was quickly arrested. Garcia is charged now with a series of crimes, including assault.
New video this morning of the suspect spotted in.
Yeah, man. You know, the love of many is waxing cold. Matthew 24:12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And you women are through. All right. A lot of you women on the police force, and they're going to target you. Your men as well. You proud women. All right. And the vintage is falling. Okay. The vintage is falling for you women. And people are just getting more wicked and hateful out here. Again, the love of many shall wax cold. Okay. I was going to get Isaiah, the 34th chapter. No, I think the 32nd. Yeah, 32nd. Let me get that. I'm going to get to the point. Isaiah 32, verse 9. Rise up, you women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters, give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, and ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come, right? It's not going to be in your favor no more. This whole spirit of these women getting everything, and they can just be total whores, demons, ungrateful. The biggest divorce is actually initiated by women. And you women show your true colors, all right? You women show your true colors. Now, sisters that believe and have repented, it's not for you. So, don't get offended. If the shoe would fit, then wear it. But if it doesn't apply, then, hey, don't apply. Okay? You see? Just like we get on the men, we get on the women. We're not biased here. And these women are just going world star. These women are losing their minds and they're getting worse. They're just doing more harlot activities, doing that wilt spirit. Okay? And that's because Satan, Esau Edom, the physical counterpart, Satan is allowing them to and set them up to be that way. Okay? But it's dwindling because men are actually coming that manly spirit again. That's why you have different platforms. Fresh and Fit. Or, Andrew Tate. Okay? Different red pill platforms. Hey, my man, Black Ram, 313. They go into the psyche of a woman and they evaluate the woman, and they let you know that these women are fucking demons out here today. Okay, excuse my French, but these women are just, man, they have lost their minds. I'm not saying all, okay, but a big majority. You see, just going world star. These women will just, you watch those videos, they'll say, oh, what's the worst thing you did? Or what did you do to your boyfriend? Or things like that. And they'll just say some nasty, disgusting things, man. I slept with his best friend. I had a threesome with his mom and dad. Like, you hear some things like that, man. Okay? But the vintage stuff shall fail. All these goodies you get, the EBT, all right? The EBT, different housing. You see, all that's going to fail and it's going to backfire on you. So, yeah, I just want to make that lesson, man. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. All right, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Hashem Ruach HaKodesh, double honor to my apostles, great millstone, and peace and salutation to the hopeful members of the elect. With that, shalom.